We're getting right into the game. Backstab looks like he is sizing up his opponent. Marcel P is unsure of what to play. Now remember, neither player knows what decks they're bringing.
This is true, and this is a reminder, single elimination. So this is it. Loser goes home.
3 minutes to determine your fate. Backstab in blue in red on top, Marcel in blue along the bottom.
And Marcel, you know, also from a really, really renowned clan, Reddit Alpha. A lot of Reddit Alpha contestants in this event.
This is a pride for the King of California, as Backstab is an LA local, Marcel P in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Absolutely, and look at that, Elite Barbarians! I was going to ask you about this. Do you think we'll be seeing a lot of Elite Barbarians? Backstab answers early by saying yes!
Barbs! Elite Barbs! It's a duel of barbs at the river!
And Elite Barbarian does get through there on that left tower. Marcel P takes about 500 damage.
Look how fast! Oh! Graveyard cast on the right side! Graveyard is an incredible new legendary. It summons over 20 skeletons over the course of 10 seconds, and it's really hard to defend. It's become a favorite of pro players.
And now that Backstab knows that he has the Graveyard, he has to be prepared for it. You have to use your minions. Oh, Graveyard versus Graveyard!
So far, they're playing nearly identical decks. Everyone's loving the Elite Barbarians and Graveyard so far.
How about that? How about these decks? It's incredible, really. And you see that Marcel has the Archers, so does Backstab, also has Minions, Ice Golem, a lot of counters to the Graveyard here.
So let's talk about counters to Graveyard. When you see your opponent has a Graveyard, you have to start holding cards that are good against Graveyard, because if you get caught without him, you're losing a tower. We're talking Archers, Guards, Bowler, Minions, Minion Horde, even the Ice Golem.
Absolutely, and you got to be ready for the opponent. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys was playing a free spell as well, something to combo off that
right.
Graveyard. You know, you have to be ready for it.
That's the worst feeling in the world, when you play a big expensive troop to counter a Graveyard, then that and
boom,
the tower gets frozen.
So you have to play, you know, you have to hold on to your counters. You also have to be ready for those Fireball or Freeze that's going to come along with the Graveyard. And again, the Graveyard on the left.
I really like the splitting of Elite Barbarians. Now, Elite Barbarians cost 6 and you get 2 of them, so that's like 3 elixir in each lane, and what he's doing is he's waiting for his opponent to commit elixir to one lane, and then he Graveyards the opposite lane.
That was very, very nice defense there by Backstab, and then he's going to come at him again in that left lane, doing some more damage to that left tower.
The Archers are doing what they can to claim the skeletons, but the Minions in the sky were shredding that tower. Over 1,000 damage has been done to Marcel P's left tower, and it is the weakest tower left in the game.
And we are entering the 1 minute left, so the double elixir. And this is a real turning point in the game here, because now both players are going to start to play a little bit more aggressively.
Yep, that's right. And here comes all the Barbarians. The Elite Barbarians are being kept off the tower by the Bowler. The Bowler's knockback ability is incredibly valuable.
Bowler, a huge, huge defensive card in the game right now, and Backstab using him very effectively. And look at this.
Another Graveyard? Oh, it is!
Oh, it's the Graveyard Elite Barbarians. This is going to be trouble here, but hey, Marcel defending pretty well with those Archers and his Bowler of his own.
Both of these players are showing expert defense. They're playing Graveyard decks that are really good at fighting other Graveyard decks. If you watch both players, they're making sure to place their Archers, holding it and putting it behind the King Tower.
Look at this.
Very sure they can defend these Graveyards.
They're trading the same push right now, but another very, very nice defense there by Backstab here.
There are so many mind games in Clash Royale. You're going to have to not just prepare for what your opponent is showing you, but what you think they might do with their cards later on.
And here we go again in the left lane. That tower is getting a little bit low there for Marcel. I'm surprised.
We are in overtime now, which means that the next tower to go down, that's it. That's the end of the game. So there is no coming back from that. So every point of health matters so much on those towers.
And both of these players, you can see, trying to get a read on their opponent.
Oh, what a prediction by Marcel! What a prediction!
That was insane.
The barbs are connecting! This might be it! This might be it! No!
Oh, wow, I thought he had him there. That was an amazing fireball there by Marcel. Very, very, very nice predictive move, and that's what Marcel is known for.
Backstab's top right tower is the first tower to enter the triple digits. Only 3 fireballs can end this game, or of course, like Graveyard. Here comes another fireball in to hit the Archers.
Oh, that was another great fireball there. Elite Barbarians on defense against these skeletons.
Oh, they're building up. They're building up quickly. Does he have another zap? Is it anything else? Another thing's coming out 50. No, he's zapped. Oh, Backstab wins. Backstab wins.
I can't believe this. I'm speechless. Marcel goes down.
That's a huge upset.
That is a
Hammers Esports. He runs into the crowd.
We are starting up. This is incredible. I can't believe this.
Wow. Oh my God. Let's check in with Kelly to get reactions from our players.
Boom. Mine.
Thank you so much, Rumham. I am here with Backstab. What was the strategy going into this game, knowing you were going to face Marcel P?
I knew he was going to run Graveyard, so I run 2 counters, run at Archers and Minions, and pretty much well played at him, but we're happy we're moving on to the semifinals.
All right, man. Yeah, congratulations. Good luck into the semifinals, everyone. But for every winner, there is a loser. Marcel P, you did a great job getting all the way here. Everyone, make some noise. Let's head back to the casters now to see what they thought of game one.
Oh my, I'm still shaking my head.
I know, my hands. I couldn't imagine a better match to start off with. Graveyard is such an exciting card to watch, and to have two Graveyard decks dueling.
Both players playing so many predictive moves with the Fireball. We saw two great predictive Fireballs there. I thought Marcel had him there with those Elite Barbarians, but no. Backstab able to really, he said he's going to play this one for his fans. He's a streamer. He loves his fans. Great guy. I'm worried. I think that I might have jinxed Marcel. I'm kind of worried. I love Marcel. I can't believe that he just lost that match.
Your support is a kiss of death, Clash with Ash.
Oh,
No, but it's such a tough game. I mean, here's what you have to do. When you see Graveyard come down, it costs 5 elixir. It's a very high risk, high reward card. You could easily mistake it, but both of them kept their archers. The archers are really quick. Each one, boom, 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 shooting off a skeleton one at a time. They're able to clean it up.
And both of these players had their defensive counters ready, and that was really the name of the game.
Well, that was the first match. Backstab advances to the semifinals. Let's meet our next two duelers.
I'm Jackson, I'm 24 years old, from Pensacola, New Jersey, and my clash name is Clyde.
When you come from a big family, you've got to find some way to stand out.
I'm the second youngest of 12 kids.
So Clyde chose clashing.
My arena battle was crazy.
Oh! Oh! That's a strike.
On my best day, I don't think anybody can beat me. This one goes out to all my friends and family, especially my 11 brothers and sisters. I'm taking this home for you guys. I'm representing Team Bowler in this competition, and I'm not going to spare any opponents.
Brian RT. This tennis star turned clasher from Las Vegas may be the underdog, but don't bet against him.
I think people underestimate me because this is my first time on this type of scene, and that's definitely a mistake.
He's known as a counterpuncher, but will he gamble with a new strategy today?
Bomb Tower Arena Battle was a really tough experience, but I was able to win, so that was awesome.
Brian RT is victorious.
I represent Team Bomb Tower, and just like a bomb, I'm going to blow everyone away.
Yeah, representing Team Bowler. He's a recent college grad with 11 brothers and sisters, probably. It's hard to keep track of that many.
And representing Team Bomb Tower, he's an investment analyst from Vegas. It's Clyde and Brian RT.
Clyde. I love your hoodie.
Thank you.
Man, I take it this is your girlfriend right here in the audience.
Yes.
Also, hi, Bonnie. So you guys are one of those couples that coordinates outfits.
It's mostly just her picking my clothes out for me.
I hear you. My wife and I are the same way, but it's mostly like when she's not home, I put her clothes on. So it's the same thing.
And Brian RT, you're an investment analyst. That's incredible.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Basically means I'm researching some stocks and looking into smart investments.
Huh.
All right, duelers, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Al, are you ready? Are you ready?
Actually, I'm thinking about my investment portfolio.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Al's not ready, guys, so we got to wait for Al. Let's just wait a little bit for Al. Take your time. It's important.
I mean, Chipotle stock
Yeah.
is down quite a bit.
Yeah. Don't make a snap decision about any of it. Take your time.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, good. Now remember this. Best of one single elimination. Ready? Set. Battle!
This matchup, we've got Brian RT in red at top, Clyde in blue on the bottom. This is the biggest underdog-overdog matchup, I think, of the quarterfinals. Brian RT has never been on a stage like this. Clyde, maybe the most decorated clasher in the community.
Speaking of stocks, who are you buying stock in on this match from?
Ooh, after that last game, I'm buying Elite Barbs. Bye.
And you know what? Brian RT's favorite card is Elite Barbarians. Just talking to him downstairs, and I think he might be playing them here. I wouldn't be surprised if both players are playing the newly buffed Elite Barbarians.
It would be a good time to play them because the bowler, their archenemy, is in the right lane, so expect Elite Barbarians maybe in the left.
We'll have to. Oh, the Hog Rider coming. Oh, there they are. Elite Barbarians on cue to stop that Hog Rider. Now he might get. Oh, I was gonna say he might get one hit, but no.
They do a
good
ton
timing on the Elite Barbarians.
And they're fast. They meet again at the river. But the red tower is going to really help out Brian RT here. If you're new to Clash Royale, think of the tower as free elixir. It's going to shoot down your enemy's attackers without costing you really anything.
And it was a good elixir pump play there, right there by Clyde, because he knew that Brian was a little bit low on elixir. So now, but hey, trying to capitalize on that elixir pump play is Brian with that Hog Rider there.
It's a great punish is what it's called. When an opponent spends a lot of elixir on something kind of defenseless, you go ahead and attack with all you've got, and it's called a punish, and it can do a ton of damage.
You see the same thing on tank plays. They play a big high elixir card behind their King Tower. You punish them, usually opposite lane with a Hog Rider.
That's what I would expect to see. When you see cards like Bowler or Elite Barbarians very expensive, look for an aggressive attack on the other side.
Absolutely. Both players right now kind of feeling each other out, trying to get the rotation down, trying to figure out where their win condition card is, like the Hog Rider, in their cycle, so they can defend.
Second elixir pump. Yeah. Ooh, 2 elixir collectors is dangerous territory to be in for his opponent.
Huge advantage right now for Clyde, especially this early on with the 2 elixir pumps.
Each elixir collector represents 2 free bonus extra elixir that he gets, and having 2 of them out, that's a big elixir advantage for his opponent. And got a Bowler, minions coming in. Is a miner going to come in to help him?
There it is. And just like you were saying, he's punishing right now. He played the Hog Rider, and it just wasn't enough there. With the 2 elixir pumps, it helps out.
Oh, and the minion! The extra 2 minions that survived from that 3-cost swarm were able to get in there and kill that Mega Minion, preventing the counterattack from being nearly as deadly. Oh, this is crazy. 2 Elite Barbs and a Hog Rider.
And this is Bowler, though, doing a very good job defensively for Clyde right now. I mean, the Hog Rider's going to get 1 or 2 hits in, but it could have been worse with the Elite Barbarians, the Ice Golem, and the Hog Rider all coming in the lane.
And Clyde gets another Elixir Collector out. Wow, he's able to maintain that Elixir Collector advantage, even though he's taking equal amounts of damage. Now as we get close to the end of the game, he's going to have the extra Elixir to make some big push that can win him the game. Maybe.
We're in double Elixir time because we're in the last minute, and there's 2 elixir pumps, so Clyde literally can just put his foot on the throttle, so to speak, and really put the pressure here on Brian RT.
Absolutely. And look how fast Brian RT is cycling. He had a Mega Minion at the bridge, and then another Mega Minion on his tower. It takes 4 cards to get back to any card in your deck, so he was playing tons of cards to get back to it. Look at this.
This is a big push here for
push right here.
And this is it. This is Clyde making that elixir advantage the entire time, and making tons of positive elixir trades. Shout out Yarn. And then just capitalizing on it right there. Oh, but look at this.
It wasn't crazy successful. He didn't do a lot of damage. And look at this counterattack coming in. Wow. This guy Ice Golem, the Bowler comes down. It might be too late. Oh, wow. This tower's going to go to under 300 health.
Brian RT doing a very nice job despite the elixir deficit, defending and then counter pushing behind those Elite Barbarians.
Yeah. Is this a day for upsets? Brian RT is only 255 health. That's quite a few zaps, but not very many hog hits from winning this game.
Absolutely, and here he comes with a hog again, but this time he's going to run into trouble. 2 bowlers and minions, not even going to get past the bridge, barely.
Not at all. But and that little minion, it doesn't do enough to kill the Mega Minion.
Only 151 damage right now.
Oh, he's getting more swings, and look at the miner.
The miner.
He's got it under, almost.
Oh, this is going to come down to it.
Oh no, if he gets 1 more hit on his tower.
Oh, there it is. Brian RT takes it. Another upset.
Another upset. The log plus zap combination.
You just jinxed Clyde.
I did!
I jinxed Marcel and you jinxed Clyde!
No!
This is unbelievable.
That's the biggest upset in the quarterfinal round. Let's go down to Kelly to check in with our players.
Brian, congratulations. What was the moment that you knew you had it? When did the victory shift in your favor?
When I saw his tower was at 151.
Well, what was the plan going up against Clyde?
I knew he was pretty clever with his decks, and this meta just changed, so I was thinking he was probably going to come with some pretty smart decks, so I just kind of went with a quick cycle deck, which I'm pretty comfortable with.
Congratulations, man. Good luck into the semifinals. But everyone, of course, we got to make some noise for Clyde for making it this far. Everyone, give it up. Good job, man. Now let's head back to the casters to see what they thought of Game 2.
I can't believe this from him.
That was insane. Okay, so here's the thing. It shouldn't be that surprising. It was a big upset, but Brian RT is not new to the tournament scene. He's a grinder. He's a grinder. As a member of Reddit Troopers, he's played in everything. Clan Royale League, Super Magical Cup, the Brenchong tournaments, everything you can imagine.
He's like the everyday guy who just plays a lot, gets better at the game, and just sticks to the fundamentals. But Clyde, I mean, hats off to him. He is really, honestly, a pioneer in this game. Really known for, pioneering a lot and creating a lot of the first Lava Hound decks, and then he kind of moved to the early beatdown Golem Graveyard decks. So Clyde, a great player.
Creator of Giant Poison. So if you've ever played that deck, you can thank Clyde for that.
He made it to the main stage too in the previous duel.
But that's all gone away because Brian RT is advancing to the semifinals of the Crown
Hats off,
Duel.
Brian, man.
Hats off. Let's meet our next two players.
I'm Evan, my class name is Odyssey, and I'm a lumberjack from Toronto, Ontario. I'm representing Team Ice Wizard.
Where's your jacket?
You don't bring jackets to battle. Now this cold-blooded Canadian is going to ice the competition.
Odyssey is the winner!
I'm really motivated to win because I've got a wife, I've got a kid, so I'm winning this crown duel. I'm going to bring the money home to you guys.
Darth Jar Jar. He's 18, but don't let his age fool you.
I'm a freshman at the University of Virginia in the engineering school. I'm looking to study computer science. When I take down an opponent's tower, it makes me really excited. Kind of like the rush I get from playing another sport or running in a race.
With the best class stats in the top 8, he's the one to watch. He's deadly. He's destructive. And he's getting angry.
And no one likes Darth Jar Jar when he's angry.
Representing Team Ice Wizard, a young dad from Toronto, our only Canadian in the top 8.
And representing Team Rage, he's an 18-year-old genius from our nation's capital. Please welcome Odyssey and Darth Jar Jar.
Now, Darth Jar Jar, you said you can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 15 seconds. Is that true?
Yeah, something like that. About 15 seconds.
About 15 seconds, but I'm not sure you can. So, ladies and gentlemen, give me a countdown clock. I have a Rubik's Cube. Let's see it, bro. We get the clock going? Go, go. He's on it. Where's the clock? Oh, my God. Is he doing it? Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Actually, I got another one. If anyone can do it in, say, a minute, we'll give them some cool swag, all right? Here you go, grab that. It's not gonna work out. All right, Rob, what do you got?
Odyssey. Now he may be good with a Rubik's Cube. I think he was cheating. But you're a lumberjack. You're an actual lumberjack. So let's show everybody what you can do with this bad boy right here.
All right.
Careful.
Dude. Where'd you even get that thing?
It was in my car. I had it. I have a bunch of them. Do you want one? Do you want a chainsaw?
No, it's horrifying. Yeah, of course I want one.
Okay.
All right, how about we get the battle underway? Come on, let's go. Are you guys ready?
Chainsaw bit.
Oh.
Set. Battle!
And we are jumping right into it. Darth Jar Jar, red at alphas and red along the top. Odyssey and blue along the bottom. These two players have great stories. Darth Jar Jar is a Three Musketeers expert, one of the primary thought leaders of that card and archetype. Odyssey has been playing spawner decks since the beginning of Clash Royale, and he used to be a mainstay on the top 200 leaderboard.
Yeah, both of these guys really have one particular skill, and it is being really grounded, defensive, and really keeping the fundamentals in mind. And I want people to pay attention to, through all these matches, that the first play is often the most important play of the entire match. You can't overplay your hand. It's better to be safe early on, and both these guys kind of did that early on there with the archers split.
Darth Jar Jar doesn't want that furnace to build up. All those spawners can really hurt you, so he used the bowler in the same lane to fight the fire spirits. And once again, we see another graveyard coming out. Odyssey didn't have a great answer, has to do a defensive miner to pop up and fight him off.
I'm starting to notice a theme here, Rumham. We're seeing a lot of elite barbarians and a lot of graveyards.
A lot of miner, too.
Absolutely. And look at this, poison. Interesting poison placement there. And then the minor archer not going to get any damage really done. Is it? He's going to get there? Not really. No.
But the archer gets a little pop shot. Hey, that's something you don't usually see, a minor being effective on offense. He's fighting off some elite barbarians.
You know, the lumberjack himself, Odyssey, is actually a really, really good player defensively. You know, like he said, talking to him earlier, he said he really likes to just, especially the first 2 minutes of the match, just keep things cool, calm, and collected, see what his opponent has. Jar Jar, I'm still waiting. Is he going to whip out the Three Musketeers?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so.
This deck, but we might see it in the semifinals if he's lucky enough to advance.
Yes.
Here's the thing: sitting back and waiting against Jar Jar may not work. He's considered by some of the top players to be the least mistake-oriented player in the game. He just does not fumble.
That's true. He might not be the flashiest player in the game, but he is rock solid, especially on defense. But you can see he's taking some damage there. I don't want to jinx again, but he's taking some damage to that left tower.
I think that was an amazing push by Odyssey. With only, what, 9 elixir, a minor, and an ice golem and a poison.
And look at that mega minion there, actually doing a lot of work with like 1 HP left. A good bowler placement there, and he's able to capitalize with that graveyard spell on Odyssey's tower there.
Does it surprise you that a lumberjack was playing the log in his deck?
I am a little surprised. I don't know. I guess it's actually very apropos.
In the Clash Royale lore, the log and lumberjack are rivals, enemies.
That is true. That is true. Well, I guess it does make sense then. And here it comes, a decent fireball there. Fireball, you know, won't kill elite barbarians, but it does a lot of damage. And then that log kind of finishes the job there. That elite barbarian's not going to get to either the furnace or the tower.
The repeated fireballs on that furnace are really working down Odyssey's left tower. I would say he's probably taken about 700 damage on the tower just from fireballs.
And look at that poison. That poison's actually doing a lot of damage. It also just saw a buff, so it's doing more damage than previously.
What a fireball! No! Odyssey wins! Odyssey takes...
10 seconds left.
10 seconds, you're right.
Easy run, man. Easy.
But I don't see how he can do it. Dark Jar doesn't have the ability. No, take that back. The fireball hits it. One more. Oh, he ties it up.
Look at this guy. He called it too early.
Too early. Do you believe in miracles?
We're going to reset here, guys, because both their towers are close to full health, and we're going to overtime. Still a lot of time left, Rumham.
I was so scared after those last 2 games.
You know what? You said your heart's with Jar Jar, and you proved it there because you had a little premature celebration, but it's okay.
We've got 3 minutes of overtime, and all of overtime is done in the double elixir mode. So it's kind of like playing more than another complete game. So even though both towers are at full health, there's a lot of time and elixir to pull this off.
I gotta say, I really like this deck here by Odyssey. It's not necessarily a meta deck at all. I mean, he has the miner, the furnace, a very interesting combination.
Those elite barbs at the river kind of got hit by the bowler, and the enemy elite barbs, I guess,
nice
ultimately worked out, but that was a lot of elixir on that defense.
But this, this could be trouble here.
Oh,
fireball coming. There it is.
And it's going to hit the archers. Oh, the skeleton's going to build up.
That was a great fireball there, and look at the tower down to 472 hit points here. Jar Jar finding himself in a very, very good position at this point.
Get this, 2 fireballs on that tower is going to leave it with 4 health.
This is what we call cycling to your spell, cycling to the fireball here. So all Jar Jar has to do is play defense, get to the fireball twice, and game over.
That's what he's trying to do. He's going to fireball the furnace.
One.
Oh, and he's going to get a hit in. It looks like it might.
Look at the King Tower. Look at the King Tower. Look at the King Tower.
Oh, Jar Jar might get 3 crowned here on the other left
side. Oh my God. Oh my.
Can he get a fireball?
Fireball.
Can he
He
get a
needs
zap?
that fireball.
Oh, wow. He needs a fireball and a zap to win this game, and he almost got 3 crowned on the left side, and a miner's coming in.
Okay, so miner on the tower.
Odyssey's doing everything he can.
A nice poison there too.
Is the poison going to be enough? He needs the fireball. He needs a zap. The crowd is going insane.
That is unbelievable. These matches are insane.
That was incredible. Let's check in with Kelly to see how our players are.
Kelly.
Dude, Odyssey, when did you realize, just give it up, go for the King's Tower?
Well, I was going to lose otherwise, so I just had to risk it, and it worked out.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Good luck into the semifinals. And, of course, everyone, give it up for Darth Jar Jar. Let's head back to the casters.
Oh, these matches are insane, Clash with Us. These are some of the craziest matches I've ever seen in Clash Royale.
I think some people might be a little angry at you over there, jinxing your buddy.
Hey, so far, all 3 of our picks have been jinxed.
That was
let's
incredible.
take a look at that awesome moment.
Let's do it. Look at this. So the Elite Barbarian set the stage for that fireball to end it there.
And Darth Jar Jar had the fireball in hand. Here's the thing. He had to keep committing elixir on defense in order to not get 3 crown, and that prevented him from ever having the 6 in hand that he needed to fireball zap right away.
Exactly. Those elite barbarians really crept up on that king tower, and then it was just a matter of time. But the fireball hit it, and I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe these matches so far. And I'll tell you what, I've been at a lot of Clash Royale events, and this crowd is the most hyped I've ever seen. These matches.
The crowd's
hey guys,
making it.
Make some noise! This is an awesome, insane event with all these matches, underdogs kind of everywhere. It's insane. And you know what? Hey, at least Jar Jar can solve a Rubik's Cube in 11 seconds.
If this was a Rubik's Cube competition, he'd be in the
It
finals.
would take me 11 hours, I think.
All right. I cannot believe that we only have one more quarterfinal match left. Let's meet our final 2 duelers.
My name's Ethan. My Clash Royale name's Top Notch.
He faced his arch rival Colton in the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Challenge.
Mini P.E.K.K.A.s are dueling at the river as tensions rise in this game.
I'm a versatile player.
People will just play what's strong. I like to bring things that are a little different.
Wow, what a lightning!
Now his goal is to be the king of the Clash Royale.
The giant punches the tower and Top Notch wins in overtime!
And he's got his sights set on the crown duel.
Like the Mini P.E.K.K.A., I've got my eye on you. Just the one.
I'm Renzo, classmate Mango. I'm 18 and I'm from Santa Rosa. I competed in the Team Tornado Arena battle. I have no idea what's happening.
A rising star in the Clash scene and born in Peru, there's nothing sweet about this Mango. He chips away at his opponent's towers bit by bit.
There it is! Mango wins!
Mango shows no mercy.
Just like a tornado, I'm about to leave a trail of destruction.
Yeah! Roll it. Got to eat breakfast. Good. Representing Team Mini P.E.K.K.A., he's a full-time dueler who's been known to clash more than 35 times a day.
And representing Team Tornado, he's from Santa Rosa, California, and his favorite place to clash is in the bathroom.
Oh.
Don't shake his hand or borrow his phone. It's Top Notch and Mango! So in the King's Cup, Top Notch actually defeated Mango, so this is Mango's chance at revenge.
Oh, man. So he beat you.
No, I beat him.
You beat
in the King's Cup.
You beat him.
Yeah.
Well, this is an awkward moment, huh? Are you guys feeling that? How awkward this moment is? Right now? What are you thinking right now?
I'm just focused on the game, just thinking about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to be playing.
Oh, you don't sound like you're awkward at all.
No, it doesn't feel very awkward.
I'm feeling super awkward.
Oh, really?
Now, are you worried about getting a face full of icy cold mango? Right? Is that what's going to happen?
No, that's not what's gonna happen.
All right, I can't wait any longer. Don't forget that this game is your one chance to make it to the semifinals. Let's get it going. Are you ready? Set.
This match is really going to be a matchup of deck styles and deck archetypes. Mango, a minor control player. Top Notch loves his X-Bow. We've seen in the first 3 quarterfinals, everyone's playing Elite Barbs and Bowler. I wonder if these two will change as well, or if they're going to stick to their favorite cards.
Absolutely. And deck archetypes, Top Notch being a Siege player, a very, very well-known Siege player. I actually saw him playing a deck with both X-Bow and Mortar earlier. I wonder if he'll kind of switch things up, do something crazy like that.
Some people can't get enough. Now look at this. Great play by Top Notch. When the Fireball came out to hit the Princess, he immediately threw down the Minion Horde because he thought, well, my opponent probably can't Fireball it.
And it seems like Top Notch is actually playing a bait deck, meaning that he's trying to bait out his opponent's arrows, zap, Fireball, but it looks like Mango's actually running a good counter deck because he has a lot of spells that can take down those cheap cards.
So the goal of Top Notch's deck here is using these very powerful, expensive swarm cards. You're looking at Minion Horde, you're looking at Skeleton Army. There might even be things like Barbarians or Elite Barbarians in the deck. As soon as a Fireball or a Zap comes out from Mango, Top Notch is going to go for it. So keep an eye on that and look for those moments.
And it looks like both these decks are kind of cycle decks in a way. They're kind of cheaper decks, and you're trying to out-cycle your opponent to a very strong card that's going to capitalize, do a lot of damage on that tower, ergo being the win condition for that player.
Right. In Clash Royale, the card drawing is not random. Whenever you play a card, it goes to the bottom of your deck and you'll draw it again in 4 more cards. So cycling is the concept of how quickly can I get back to the same cards, the key cards in my deck.
Absolutely, and a lot of good players, even myself, who's not necessarily a good player, what you try to do is, when the opponent plays one of those pivotal cards, you count.
The Ice Golem is taking the Elite Barbarians for a walk. You play the Ice Golem in the other lane, it starts to walk down the left side. The Barb saw it and ran towards it, pulling him into the middle in the range of both towers. And here comes a Hog Rider backed up by an Ice Spirit.
A nice little opposite lane push there from Mango, but a good defensive play there with the Barbarian Hut there for Top Notch. Top Notch has a very interesting deck with the Elite Barbarians and the Barbarian Hut.
The Barbarian Hut goes down, and that's got to hurt Top Notch. That is a 7-cost building, one of the most expensive cards in the entire game, and it just went down like a chump.
It was a negative Elixir trade there for Top Notch, but you can see their Elixir probably kind of around the same point right now in the match, so we're pretty much dead even. A little bit more damage done to Top Notch's tower, but other than that, I think now the cards have been cycled. Each player knows what cards are in the other player's deck, and here comes that Hog Rider again, and there's the Barbarian Hut.
Top Notch decided to move his Princess to the other side because he kept getting fireballed on the left side, so he moves it over there, and look at that. The Princess is really contributing to the defense here by shooting safely from the right lane.
And Top Notch really has no other option to counter that Hog Rider other than playing either the Elite Barbarians or the Barbarian Hut.
Wow, the Hog Rider makes it to the tower!
And it's going to get
swing,
a few hits.
2 swings, and get third. No, it goes down before the third swing can happen.
I'll tell you what, I'm shocked that Top Notch is not playing an Expo deck right now. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. He is known as one of the best Siege players.
Here comes the Elite Barbarians on the left. Oh, once again, the Ice Golem is going to take him for a little ride there. The Mega Minion in the sky is just chopping them up, and there's nothing good to kill it.
And there's another Hog, and you can bet there's a Barbarian Hut, and a little bit too late on the Barbarian Hut, and that's going to be...
Oh, too late. We saw a predictive fireball, but it didn't quite work. The predictive fireball was supposed to hit that Skeleton Army. It missed. It came just a little too early. If it would have killed those Skeleton Armies, I think this game would be Mango's already.
But it's going to be Mango's. All he has to do, again, is rotate his cards, cycle his cards back to that fireball, take down that left tower, and it's going to be GG Mango. I can't believe this.
But then again, a fireball's only going to take it down to 2 hit points left. So
well, he has Zap.
Barbarians could do it. Oh, here comes the Zap. It's going to win.
It's going to be a combo.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is. Mango takes the game.
1-2 punch.
The pride of Peru takes the game in another upset. All 4 of our picks got eliminated.
Mango and Top Notch now 1-1.
Congratulations, Mango, on your game right there. What was really the card that was the star card of your deck?
I mean, the Ice Golem Hog Rider push was doing pretty solid because he had a lot of bait cards like Skeleton Army or Minion Horde.
All right, man. Well, good luck in the semifinals, everyone. And, of course, make it up, everyone, for Top Notch. But let's head back to our casters once more before we get into the semifinals.
This has been a wild single elimination round. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so many upsets, so many tight games. There was no blowouts, right? There was no, like, oh, I just crushed that guy. In that last game there, I think one of the key exchanges was that the princesses kept getting fireballed by the towers, which weakened them and set the stage for those Hog Riders to come in.
And Mango was ready. Playing that Hog Rider every single time he knew that Top Notch either didn't have enough Elixir to defend with the Elite Barbarians or the Barbarian Hut, and he was able to sneak that Hog Rider in there a couple times, really capitalize and punish him offensively.
That's Let's take a look at the players who are going to the semifinals. 4 upsets. Let's take a look. We've got Odyssey against Mango, but first up, we'll have Backstab against Brian RT. All 4 of our picks are goofed up, so what do you think's going to happen now, Clash?
I don't even know what to think anymore at this point. You know what? Oh, geez. I don't even know. I'm going to go with Backstab, I think. Backstab took down Marcel, my pick, so I'm going to go with Backstab.
Odyssey's he's got mouths to feed. He's got a job. I'm rooting for Odyssey to take this one home.
The only father here.
That's true. Just a reminder, we are live, and it should come as no surprise that we are blowing up on social media. Rob and Al have been tracking the comments. Guys?
Yes, we are, Mr. Ham. We're actually trending on Twitter right now. Let's see what people are saying.
All right, this is at FitzPatMe tweets, what a great event. Wish I was there. Go Team Mini Pekka.
Oh, that's so nice. That's really sweet.
And this is one from at Golf Dudes, loving the Crown Duel, so many great decks.
There have been a lot of great decks, some very impressive decks. I mean, I really can't get enough of these decks, guys.
You do love decks.
Yeah.
And then at AnonEgghead88 says, at the Crown Duel, I could beat everyone here, plus the bald dude from Office Christmas Party sucks at hosting. Hashtag truthbomb.
I hate that guy. I don't like him at all.
Well, don't get worked up. I mean, some people are just trolls.
No, but everyone here is pretty awesome. Trolls are creeps. I haven't seen one creep here.
I mean, there is one creep.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Fairbanks.
Hey. Hey, guys, what's up? How are you?
Chris, are you trolling me on Twitter right now?
No.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's an addiction.
Just put the phone down, buddy. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. It won't be okay. You know what? You better run and hide, Fairbanks. Because the bald guy from Office Christmas Party in theaters now, by the way, is coming for you.
No.
This way.
Rob, Rob, get back here.
Oh, no.
All right, Rumham, you better take over.
Oh, he's beating me to death.
No, Chris, no!
Easy, guys, easy.
No horseplay unless you're a
Rain
prince.
blows in the audience.
We've been having such an awesome time, but if you want to really laugh, you gotta watch this new original series from Supercell called Clash-O-Rama. I love it. It's so the animation style is so great. The jokes are great. Have you been watching it, Ash?
I've been watching. I've caught every single episode. It's actually by the writers and the artists of The Simpsons. So these guys know what they're doing. Like, I actually saw the behind the scenes video was especially awesome, I thought. And have you seen a lot of them or?
Oh, I love it. It's so funny. We actually have a trailer. If you haven't seen it, it's already been viewed over 25 million times. Take a look at the trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I want to know is, are you ready to clash?
No tongue? Just warning you, I have no tongue.
What's a barbarian without a...
That's enough of that.
Clash Royale is constantly releasing new cards like Tornado, Elite Barbarian, and Clone. But since we got the call to host, we've been thinking of new cards we'd like to see in the game.
That's right. So we're going to run some of our ideas past our guest YouTubers before we pitch the big mucky mucks at Supercell. You guys, you cool with that? You guys cool with that? All right. Cool. You should totally go with one of mine.
Or mine.
Yeah, or
mine
even
great.
better, you can go with one of mine. I'll go first. All right. So Clash Royale already has a tornado, right? But honestly, who's afraid of tornadoes?
A lot of people in the Midwest, they've ruined a lot of lives.
Wouldn't a tornado be even more awesome if it had sharks in it? I mean, nobody's ever thought of that before. You know? Tornado full of sharks. I just made that up right now, and I'm calling it...
You're going to call it Sharknado?
No, actually, I was going to go with Tornadark, but Sharknado, I guess works. I workshopped mine for a long time. How'd you come up with that so quickly?
It's a gift. Okay, my turn. I like bowling. There's a bowler. I like going on daily hot air balloon rides. There's a hot air balloon. So I thought, what else do I like? Napping. And I'm calling this the California King. Now, it sounds royal, and those goblins will feel fresher than ever after that power nap, I promise.
All right. Or it seems pretty stupid to me. My turn. Okay. This is your mom's friend, Pam. All right? She lives next door, and when Pam shows up, she makes your opponent's cards just turn around and run back into their castles and lock the doors because Pam sucks.
It's a pretty specific card.
I didn't steal your Victoria's Secrets catalog, Pam. Stop trying to get me in trouble with your mom.
All right, you really need to work that out. All right, my turn. This is a glass of orange juice wearing sunglasses. And you play it with your toothpaste card, and your opponent's going to be like, oh, gross.
There isn't even a toothpaste card.
Oh, and his catchphrase, right? When he crosses the bridge, he yells, it's pulp time, and he shoots out deadly acid out of his orange butt.
So wait, okay, so this glass of orange juice has a butt?
Yeah, it's pulp time.
Ouch!
See?
Have you been carrying that around the whole show to throw at me?
All week. All right. Why else would I carry an orange around? It's your turn.
Okay, well, I got one more. You're going to like this, I think.
Looks a little familiar. What are you going to call that one?
You think so? Well, I would really love to be able to describe this, but we're not allowed to curse here. So But I mean, come on, look at this guy right here. I mean, he's asking for it, right? This loser. Guess what his name is?
I don't want to guess.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you what it is. I call it the big dump.
Whoa, Rob, you clash your mother with that mouth? Come on, it's a family show. Oh, I think you guys had some great ideas there. But let's take a look at the newest card coming to Clash Royale on December 30th, the Electro Wizard.
Introducing Electro Wizard! Hit her with a zap! Two-timing! Two-timing! Electrifying! Electro! Unlock the Electro Wizard!
What a shocking video, Ash. I'm so excited for the Electro Wizard. It combines my favorite things about Clash Royale and my favorite things about Star Wars.
Yeah, honestly, for 4 Elixir, you're getting an automatic zap when he enters the arena, which is huge. Right. I think it could be the biggest game-changing legendary card since Graveyard. Certainly hand in hand, and really, 4 Elixir gets a zap, and then it fires the zap. It can,
every attack stuns. Inferno Dragons, Sparkies, run for the hills.
Poor Sparky, man. I mean, he's already down there. And, but we have more news.
That's right. We have a very special announcement. I want everyone to listen in very closely.
Yeah, guys, pay attention here.
This is never before revealed information. The next special event challenge coming on December 23rd is the Electro Wizard Challenge. You're going to get to play with the Electro Wizard a week before it comes out. You get a free entry just like all the other special challenges. You have to build your own deck, except you're going to have access to every single card in the game at Tournament Clap, including the Electro Wizard! You'll get to play with them for a week before he releases, but that's not the best part. It pays out like a grand challenge, so your free entry is going to be worth a lot, and if you make a 12-win run, you get a free Electro Wizard.
So essentially, you heard it right, guys. If you get 12 wins in this new Electro Wizard Challenge, you get the Electro Wizard card, and you can get more than one.
You can do it multiple times to get a level 2, level 3, level 4, 5 Electro Wizard.
Before the card's even released, you can actually have a level 3 Electro Wizard if you're, winning tons of these challenges. I think this could be this is awesome. I wish they would do this to every new legendary card. Yeah. Especially it gives free-to-play players actually a chance to get these legendary cards easier, and I just can't wait for it.
It's going to be the coolest challenge we've ever had. It's coming out December 23rd, a week before the Electro Wizard launch, and you can check out some sneak peeks of it on the early days on some of your favorite YouTube channels. You could check it out, for example, on Clash with Ash's YouTube channel.
Or the Rumham.
Maybe, youtube.com/c/therumham, just anything you want to do.
Or /Clash with Ash 1, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. You could see it anywhere on the internet.
Shameless self-promotion. Cut the tape. Right.
Now, before we move on to the semifinals, the single elimination is over. This is now best of 3 games. Let's break down the first 2 players who are going to the semifinals. Let's take a look at these two. We've got Backstab and Brian RT.
So everybody feels like an underdog at this point. I mean, they all have great stories, and we're trying to weave this narrative along, but it's actually, the story's writing itself here. They're all underdogs. Backstab from Hammers Esports again. Both of these guys, well, actually, Brian RT is from Vegas. Backstab's from LA right here, so they're both kind of, driving distance, and both of these players have, definitely play styles that kind of are synonymous with their names.
So let's talk about the format. It is double deck format. This is a best out of 3 in order to make, you got to win in the semifinals and win in the finals. You're going to have to win a best of 3 match. These players registered 2 decks that are not necessarily the same decks that they played in the quarterfinals, and they're going to have to win with both of them to advance.
Yeah, so 4 cards have to be different in both of their decks, and they have to win with both decks. Pretty simple, right?
Absolutely. And there are no draws allowed. If there is a draw, the player with the lowest health tower is going to lose. So that means if you and I are playing and I've got 2 towers at 1,500 health and you've got 1 tower at 200 health and the other's perfectly fine.
I win, right?
You lose, buddy. You lose because your 1 tower is the lowest health.
It doesn't matter if both towers are low. The lowest tower, that's going to be the tiebreaker.
So I know the rules. Ash knows the rules.
You know the rules.
Let's get it going. Robin, now over to you.
It's the semifinals. I'm surrounded by Backstab's biggest fans, representing Team Prince. Al, Al.
I'm over here, moron. What's your problem?
What are you doing over there, dum-dum? We're supposed to be in the box stage left.
The stage is a circle, dude. There is no left.
Oh, wow. Whoa, man. The stage is a circle, man. I mean, think about that for a minute. There's no left. What does this all mean?
It means it's time to give it up for Backstab! Also give it up for his opponent, Brian R.T. Welcome to the semifinals, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Set. Battle.
Here we go. Game 1 of this series. We've got Brian RT in the top in red and Backstab on the bottom in blue. Backstab punched his ticket to this event with a Royal Giant deck and Brian RT with a Giant deck. These big boys are going to be fighting.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what 2 decks these players choose. They have to pre-submit 2 decks, 4 cards different each, and you can see that starting out with the Bowler is Backstab. Bowler been a really staple of all these decks here. And an aggressive move opposite lane there by Brian RT playing that Hog, kind of getting a feel for what cards the opponent has to counter their pushes with.
It would not surprise me if we saw the same Graveyard Elite Barbarians like we saw in the quarterfinals, because of course that's what got them here.
Absolutely, and these Elite Barbarians, and like essentially every deck. Can
Right.
we say OP maybe, or I don't know.
I think we gotta give it time for people to adapt to this. Think about this. These cards were changed on Thursday. It's so recent, and here they are now.
Well, one card that was buffed that we haven't seen yet is Tornado. Do you think anybody's going to use Tornado?
I think Tornado has a lot of good use cases, but I'm not sure if it's going to go well right now, simply because the Elite Barbarians have so much health that pulling them away isn't enough. Oh, that Hog Rider's coming in close.
That was a very aggressive play there by Brian RT, and look at how much Elixir Backstab has.
Oh, almost a third swing, and you're right.
This could be trouble over here in the right lane here for Brian RT.
Backstab has a very significant Elixir advantage right now. Elixir advantage is when you play cheaper counters to your opponent's expensive cards, and you're able to gain more Elixir than them and then use that extra Elixir to punish them. We just saw that right there. Backstab was up by about 5 Elixir, and he got a free Bowler that did almost 1,500 damage to his opponent's tower.
A very lucrative push there in the right lane, certainly for Backstab, and then he splits the Elite Barbarians and back up the tower. Now, why do players split Elite Barbarians or Archers? Why are we seeing this?
It's a good pass play. So think about this. You get to 10 Elixir, you're not exactly sure what you're going to do. You can split it and put a little bit of Elixir. And you go, oh my God, Elite Barbarian, go, look at it go! Oh, and that's down. Look at this Elite Barbarian from the Hog. We're going to trade towers.
They traded towers.
Brian RT is coming for this tower.
And
we're going to see a 3 crown? No, maybe not enough for a 3 crown, but I don't know. That Barb and the Hog could do a lot there on the bottom. Backstab's tower is danger.
How much damage an Elite Barbarian can do on a King Tower. You have to defend there, and it was pretty much a trading of towers there.
Crazy situation both players find themselves in. It's actually better to go for the 3 crown than the win, because both King Towers are more fragile than the surviving Crown Towers.
But there is advantages of going to the Crown Tower. I mean, it's a really subtle play. What would you do in this situation?
Ooh, well, we see that Brian RT is going in with the ice. Oh, wow, he's going. The Hog Rider slips by unhurt. 1 swing.
Another
2 swings, 3 swings. Ooh.
Those Elite Barbarians are so vicious with that swing speed on defense. Is definitely noticeable.
And they counterattack so quickly. Look at
no!
They're getting up to the tower.
This is trouble.
Elite Barbs on both sides fighting. Let's see if that. Oh, what a good fireball.
Oh, that was a beautiful predictive fireball there, certainly by Backstab. Wow.
You've got the Elite Barbarians and the Mega Minion just patrolling around trying to kill every skeleton they can find. It's like Evil Dead in there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that Bowler in the left lane doing a decent job there for Backstab.
Bowler seems to be one of the most popular cards at defending against Hog Riders and Elite Barbarians. Ooh, and there we go, 5 seconds till overtime. You can hear the crowd counting down.
Yep, and here Elite Barbarian is played in the left lane. You got to check that fast, and he does. It's going to be a mirror trade, but as you were saying earlier, if you have the Elite Barbarians on your side of the arena, the tower's doing work for you. That's huge in this game. Take advantage of your tower doing damage. It will give you a Elixir advantage.
And it's going to be really difficult for both of these decks to have a strong push, because now the King Tower is activated. Once the King Tower takes any damage or you lose a Crown Tower, it'll start fighting with you. And look at that, now you have 2 towers shooting those Hog Riders and Elite Barbarians when they get close.
I kind of like Backstab at this point. Ooh. That was a smart.
We're in overtime. The very next tower to go down is going to determine the winner.
Absolutely, and I like Backstab's deck in this position because he has the Bowler, and the Bowler in the current meta just such a versatile defensive card against really any kind of deck archetype.
We've seen this a bunch too. People are using their Bowler as a big fat health thing to distract Mega Minions so that smaller troops can pick it off, archers, minions, etc.
Yeah, not only does it do a lot of damage and pushback, but it also buys you time to put more defensive cards on your side of the arena.
1 minute into overtime and both players are really doing work. All these towers are really fragile. Any of them that could go down. It's hard to predict where this game could end.
Why did Brian RT play that Hog over there? He was sitting at full Elixir against the King Tower. It was kind of an aggressive move, but when you have full Elixir, sometimes you just got to play something.
Wow, look at this parade of bowlers.
A bowler parade. This is going to be trouble here. You better believe Graveyard's coming down soon.
And let's not call it like we did last time, because the 3 crowd could always show up. But the Elite Barbarians come to assist their Bowler buddies.
And here comes the Graveyard. There it is. The Graveyard is played.
But
now
once again, the Mega Minion has just been ruling this duel.
This is
oh,
going to be
it's
it.
Though. It's swarming in. I don't know. Ooh,
That
667.
Okay, so the Ice Golem is actually a really, really powerful card. For 2 Elixir, it not only is a good offensive combination, especially with the Hog Rider, but defensively, it's going to first distract, and then it's going to blow up and kill those skeletons.
Things are going to change now. With Backstab having that tower down to be so low, he could actually, anything that's played near Brian RT's King Tower can be a good fireball simply because you're doing so much damage to a near-dead tower.
Absolutely, and with only 600 HP left on Brian's tower, and the fact that Backstab has fireball, this could spell trouble.
Is it going to be a left
and
the King Tower?
too.
The left side, the minions are on there.
SPG.
Backstab takes
very nice
game
by
1.
Backstab. Finally, I called one right.
All right.
Finally.
That is game 1 of the series, goes to Backstab.
Backstab, certainly very, very nice play there.
Let's go down to Kelly, who's on the floor with Galadon and BBXH for reactions.
Thank you so much, Rumham. That's right, everyone. Joining me right now is BBXH and Galadon. Guys, give it up for them. No? So we've seen a lot of games so far. What has surprised you the most in these matches?
I think what has surprised me the most is the cards that we've seen, I think, almost in every single deck, if not in all decks, were the Elite Barbarians. And nobody used them until they just got their buff on the 15th with the most recent update. So I think that surprised me the most, especially we've seen a lot of bowlers as well, which that was another card. Nobody used it that much until it got a buff. So it's interesting that a lot of people are using them.
Now, Galadon, is there a card that you haven't seen that you wish to see more of?
I haven't seen any goblins. Spear goblins, goblin barrel, goblin hut. They're just absent today. I would love to see some green guys on the field.
Are there Goblin fans in here? All right, maybe. Let's go back to Rumham and see what he thinks about goblins.
Kelly, I love Goblin Hut.
This guy's a huge Goblin fan.
Everyone knows I love Goblin Hut. It's because my father was a troll.
Well, I didn't know that. I'm sure you want to share that with millions of people watching. But, all right.
All right.
Moving on.
Well, that was game 1. Remember, they have to play to a best of 3. If Backstab wins this next game, he advances 2-0 and makes all of his friends and family here quite proud.
And Backstab has a huge, huge gathering of supporters here, so certainly hearing it from the crowd, this crowd still remains electric right now.
But Brian RT knows that when you invest, you're playing the long game, so he's got to win these next 2 in order to come back and win this match, advancing to the finals and playing for that $15,000 grand prize.
Absolutely, and if anybody can do it, it's Brian RT. He's a grinder. He's a battler.
The
for
blue
sure.
collar, buddy, the everyman.
He's the blue collar everyman. I'm sure a lot of people are pulling for him. He was the underdog, and he's made it this far. I think he probably can tie this up here.
Well, let's see. We're going into our games right now, starting any minute.
And here we go. So the request is out, and here we go.
And here we go. We got Backstab and Blue on the bottom, Brian RT and Red again on top. We got Reddit Troopers against Hammers Esports.
So I think Brian RT is probably going to, both players are probably going to include the Elite Barbarians again. They seem to be in every single deck. I would venture a guess that Brian RT here probably is going to be playing Graveyard instead.
This looks different to me. Backstab, this isn't the same deck that I think he played in the quarterfinals. He might be mixing it up here, trying to play some mind games on his opponent.
Well, we only have one card yet so far.
There was no furnace. There was no furnace.
This looks very different to
Now remember, you have to win with both decks. So even though he won with the first one, he's got to switch it up to the second deck. And the Mega Minion connects with the tower. 1 swing, 2 swings.
And that's why you play things very safe to start out a match. He played that Mega Minion early, and then he was able to capitalize. He got all the way to the tower using that graveyard as a distraction.
Will this be a Royal Giant deck, Backstab? You got here, you won your Coronation Day on the back of 2 Royal Giant decks.
I'll tell you what, it looks a lot like a Royal Giant.
It doesn't, doesn't it? I'm excited.
You see those first, and there's the Mega Minion. You can almost script this. I think it's going to be Royal Giant. I think you kind of nailed it there. And the Furnace on all decks here. Oh!
Regular Giant.
And you are wrong, and so am I.
Wrong, as usual. Now, a pretty big push is building up here for Brian RT. You've got 2 Elite Barbarians, an Ice Golem, and a Mega Minion. Think about that. That is 11 Elixir all at the bridge.
That's really the beauty of the Elite Barbarians, right? They can take down a tank very, very fast like that, and then they're very aggressive on the counter push.
That was a great fireball by Backstab, because, oh, look at this damage being done to the tower. The skeletons are building up. The Mega Minion gets there and swings.
Boom.
Swings again.
That was a lot of damage, and it was all on the backs of those Elite Barbarians again. Taking down that Giant very, very quickly there in every single Fire Spirit that gets to the tower. Another chip damage.
I was going to say that Fireball is good for backstab because he removed the tank from the graveyard. It sort of allowed it to, okay, now the tower can actually shoot down the skeletons one at a time. But what happened was that low health Mega Minion was able to slowly troll up on the tower and take it down.
Yeah, backstab right now, a little bit more elixir, but he doesn't have the furnace on the board here. He plays the Giant, a pretty aggressive move considering he was at the elixir disadvantage and starts out with that tank. And he knows that Brian RT has the Elite Barbarians.
Oh no, a critical misplay. The Archers went in front of the Giant, so now they're going to get shot by the tower, and they let a Fire Spirit hit him.
And Brian RT is known for this, capitalizing on mistakes that his opponent makes, and he's doing that in this match right here.
Fireball's coming at the same time for both players. They're trying to weaken each other's pushes, and I don't think that Elite Barbarian's going to make it, but I bet you those Fire Spirits behind do.
And now Backstab's forced to play something to stop that Mega Minion again, just continually have to devote some of his elixir to stopping those counter pushes.
Double Furnace all the way across the field.
Backstab decides to switch lanes, and that's actually a smart move. Sometimes if things just aren't working, you just switch lanes, and that's what he's doing there.
That Ice Golem draws the Archer's attention, not letting the Mega Minion get shot.
No, and the Elite Barbarian just so versatile. They're stopping the Graveyard now, along with the Archers. Archers really one of the best counters to Graveyard, and certainly you're going to make up elixir in the exchange.
Big good game comes out of Backstab, a great sportsmanship play. I think he knows that he doesn't have this one in the bag. A Fireball's going to come in from Brian RT, or a Zap.
There it is.
Takes the game at the very start of sudden
And
death.
we are now tied.
1-1.
Brian RT, I told you, he was a battler, he was a warrior, and he did it. Let's check in with Kelly on the floor with Clyde, the player Brian RT defeated in this single elimination match.
Denny.
Thank you so much, Rumham. Joining me right here, it is Bonnie and Clyde. Now, you know what? I actually want to talk to you. The support that you have for your boyfriend, it's like, what do you feel about him making it this far?
I'm really proud of him. I think that he could do better, but he did really well so far.
Now, the games that are going on and everything, are you having a lot of fun seeing this tournament all the way from the qualifiers to the crown duel? This whole experience, how has it been for you?
It's really nice. It's nice to see like there's so many people involved in it and like all the things that like happens. It's just really a cool experience.
Yeah, you guys want to see more of these tournaments? Me too. Well, let's head back to Rumham and the casters for the final game of the first semifinals.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Tied 1-1 here between Brian RT and Backstab.
The tension is building, and I'm super excited. By the way, what a cute couple, huh? Clyde and his GF. Love those guys.
I know.
A fiance, right?
I believe so. I got my girlfriend here. I hope she's not getting too many ideas. No, I'm kidding. I love you very much.
The ladies love rum. That's what they say.
Just one. So we're going into game 3. Now, here's what's critical. Brian RT has a secret deck, right? He has to switch decks, but Backstab doesn't know what it is, whereas Brian RT knows what Backstab is going to play.
And going into a match like this, what do? Do you go with your strongest deck first, or do you save that for your second match?
I think you got to go in strong. Nobody likes to be
agree.
down 1-0. I think the important thing, though, is that using the double deck format to come up with 2 strong decks that you know all the different matchups for and trying to outplay your opponent from different angles.
Yeah, I would build my deck defensively first, try to get the counters to the popular cards, and then choose my win condition and kind of build around that for the additional 4 cards.
Okay, our players are ready, and this is it, the deciding game 3. The winner moves on to the finals and is one step closer to that $15,000 US dollar legal tender grand prize.
That's a lot
it's
of money.
The semifinals. Battle number 3. Ready, set,
let's do it!
Battle!
Let's do it!
Whew. Brian RT in red at the top. Backstab and blue at the bottom again, and they give the sportsmanship the thumbs up and the good luck.
Absolutely. Both of these guys, great guys. You couldn't ask for better competitive elements and better sportsmen in this match.
Better representatives of the Clash community.
Absolutely. Both really stand-up guys. I'm super excited for both of these guys. So no matter who wins here, I think the crowd, the viewers are going to be very happy.
This.
And look at this.
Bop.
That's the Ice Golem we were talking about. Ice Golem pops, and all the skeletons go bye-bye.
Right.
A great counter to Skeleton Army, as well as Graveyard.
Yeah, and it's one of the few ways you can actually defeat Skeleton Army for less elixir. Skeleton Army, not very expensive, only costs 3. But for 2, either a Zap or an Ice Golem can take out all of them.
It's a great positive elixir trade. And then Brian RT, again, starts out pretty aggressively, but it's kind of a, when you see that hog played right in the beginning of a match, it's not necessarily to get a lot of damage. Again, it's kind of trying to read your opponent.
Yeah.
What are their counters? What are they playing? And that's going to be valuable information later on. And look at this.
It's worth spending elixir for the information, I think.
I agree, especially if you have the right starting hand.
Yeah, here we go. So we did the Graveyard, and once again, Brian RT knows this is a graveyard deck, know he's got to play around this. Did we see graveyard in the first game? I think we did. We saw it out of Brian RT.
Yes. There's been graveyard in both games, and now it's here again, and it looks like only Backstab's playing it here. Brian RT, kind of with a standard Hog Rider deck, of course, adding in the Elite Barbarians. I mean, would you expect anything different?
Right. Actually, has Elite Barbarians been in every single deck? Backstab has 2 cards left. Maybe one of them Elite Barbs.
I think they've been in every single deck so far. Maybe not the bait deck earlier. I don't know. The bait zap deck?
I'm thrilled at least to see them. They're such a cool addition to the game. They're fast moving. They're powerful. They do a lot of damage. It's been a great change from the more defensive gameplay that we've seen in recent months. Now it's back to offense, offense, offense.
Yes,
I love it.
They're different, and you have to be on your toes. You have to be ready to defend against them. They swing fast and they move fast. And here we go again, another giant push, and you better believe. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's going to go with the graveyard.
Great skeletons. Look at that play. He played the skeletons on the right to distract the Mega Minion and buying time for the Elite Barbarians to just shred that giant.
And that was a really smart move there. I think a lot of less experienced players probably would have went with the graveyard there, but Backstab, knowing he was at the Elixir disadvantage at that point, instead went with the Fireball, played things safe. The Giant's still able to get a couple swings off that tower.
Really impressive defense by Brian RT. He was able to minimize what could have been out of that push, which would have been way worse.
A pretty nice Elite Barbarian split there, and he's able to combo the Hog Rider there, but again, very
what a zap!
Very
one
nice
swing.
Zap.
Oh, the Hog Rider's getting closer. He's gonna how many swings? At least one swing on the tower.
Yeah, but again, just not enough there. It feels like Backstab has a lot of defensive answers to everything Brian RT is playing right now, and there it is. That was the aggressive graveyard we were looking for there. And Elite Barbarians is going to be a pretty good counter along with the Ice Golem, but there's the combo, the Fireball again. And look at this damage.
The Skeletons overwhelm the Elite Barbarians and get a ton of damage on the tower.
That was a really, really smart play there by Backstab because he got rid of the Elite Barbarians, also did a lot of damage to the tower.
Ooh, the crowd's chanting. They're excited to go into overtime. 706 health left on Brian RT's tower. Backstab's sitting pretty with full health on both, or mostly full health.
Well, Brian RT is a very experienced Hog player, and you can tell because every single time he plays the Hogs, it comes along with a predictive combo, whether it be the Log or the Fireball.
What a Fireball Zap combination. 6 Elixir decimates that push. Brian RT knew he was going to lose. He had to go for it. It's not going to be enough. The giant swings. He does it again.
Backstab. Backstab moves on. He's pumped. He is pumped.
Backstab takes it in the critical game 3. He wins 2-1 over RT and advances.
Backstab is fired up.
Oh, God. Let's go down to Kelly with reactions from Backstab. He is hyped up right now.
Careful, Kelly. He is pumped.
He's on fire.
Thank you so much. Backstab, congrats. Look at the hype you got going up. Your own cheering crowd, my goodness. So, what was the difference between game and 1 to make sure that you had game 3? What did you learn about your opponent in those first 2 games?
Wow, I'm just speechless right now. This is insane. I'm in the finals, but oh man, he played amazingly. It's just that he couldn't get through the furnace with the skeleton army as well, and I just got the pressure.
No, you're fine. Now, like you said, you're going into the finals. Who would you rather face in the finals?
Between Mango and Odyssey, right? I would rather face Odyssey, but you saw what he did. He's crazy. So this is going to be in great finals, whoever it is.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on to the finals. And, of course, everyone, make some noise. Dude, you did a good job. I hope you had fun. Now get out of here and let's head back to the casters.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm as speechless as Backstab now.
All of these matches have come down to the wire. We saw the best of 3. You know, they get 1-1. And Brian RT, you got to hand it to him, man. He just did a great job in that second match. Really was actually very beast mode in that second match. It was a very convincing win. But then Backstab comes at and does what he does best. He adjusts, changes his game, and he pulls off another victory.
And he's tight under pressure, too. I want to see that winning moment again. Can we have a replay of that? Oh, we do.
And
here's the winning moment. It actually just happened on the left side. The Fireball to the Elite Barbs and Mega Minion. The Fireball Zap combination defended his left lane, letting that right lane push just connect with the tower and knock it down. It was the defense that moved Backstab to the finals just as much as his offense.
Absolutely. And anytime you can get a giant, a golem to a tower, it spells trouble for the opponent. I mean, that giant with only 400 HP left, Giant's going to take it down. And it was a very, very convincing final moment there for Backstab.
Yeah, that was a crushing push. What a thrilling duel. Backstab is going to the finals. Who will he face? We'll find out soon enough.
The Crown Duel is brought to you by Log Wax. Got a dirty log? Keep your log shiny and fresh. Wax on, wax off with Log Wax.
You know, Rob, I'm really parched.
You thirsty, bro?
Well, don't say it like that, but yeah.
You should try some rage. It's all the rage.
What are you talking about?
Rage spell, bro. I'm their new spokesperson. Take a look.
Rage spell. Let's get angry.
It's really good. It's really delicious. How am I supposed to get angry if the rage spell is really delicious? It doesn't work that.
I see what just happened there.
Oh, man, we're close to the finals. What could be more exciting?
I know what could be more exciting.
What, Al?
This. Who wants a t-shirt? You want a t-shirt over there? Ah!
Well, you billed that as being really exciting, but you had 2 t-shirts that kind of flopped out into the crowd. You know, I just happen to have this. And look at me. I'm just using my arms. I'm using my arms. Do you want one of these? No. That was exciting. All right, now give it up for Odyssey. And give it up for his opponent, Mango. Welcome to the semifinals. One of you will face off against Backstab in the finals. But first, you must get past your opponent. Remember, this is best of 3.
Are you guys ready? Get set. Battle.
And here we go, Rumham, and I'll tell you what, man, there's a cool thing about the 3 guys remaining here in this contest is they all have really unique and awesome backstories.
Really?
And it's hard not to absolutely love Odyssey here. I mean, he's a forestry laborer, a fancy word for a lumberjack. He's legendary in his own right. He has a 2-year-old daughter, Jade, who he's really playing for. And his wife, by the way, hates that he plays Clash Royale, but something tells me she won't mind if he walks home with $15,000.
US dollars, which I believe are 472,000 Canadian dollars. I don't do math very well, though.
I mean,
No,
hey,
not at
you're
all.
a math whiz. I'm going to trust you.
That's good. You should definitely.
Okay, well, both players
Mango.
starting out pretty defensively.
Both have a lot
Smart.
of family here, too. Mango, the pride of Peru, against Odyssey, the Canadian clasher.
I like it. I like
I
it.
love
So to the gameplay here, playing the bowler, and that's not a surprise here by Odyssey. But look at this. Oh, the
wow.
Inferno
Great
Tower.
Inferno Tower to catch the Hog Rider. It costs more elixir than the Hog Rider, so it's not necessarily an elixir positive trade, but that Hog Rider has no chance of getting by, even with a zap.
Absolutely, and I think this might be the first Inferno Tower we've seen.
I believe so. You're right.
I'm pretty surprised by that.
Inferno Tower used to be so popular when everyone was running Royal Giant and Golem and Giant, but ever since people have switched back to this Hog Rider, Bowler, Graveyard, sort of Elite Barbarians thing,
Yep.
not as popular.
Speaking of Elite Barbarians, could this be the first match without them?
I don't want to say I hope so because I like the card, but let's get some variety.
Yeah, absolutely here.
The reason why, so that's an interesting play right there, because Tombstone, not considered by many players to be a threat. Why would you throw down a fireball on the Tombstone? Well, the answer is, besides chip damage on the tower, it's really hard to push that lane as long as the skeletons are coming out.
Absolutely. He was at full elixir 2. Wasn't a bad move. And this is a bowler's going to come into action again here. The bowler destroys the Ice Spirit that was comboed with the Hog Rider. Hog Rider doesn't look to even get to the tower, not even one hit. So it just shows you how strong that bowler Bowler is, and a smart Archer play there to get a little counter push of his own going.
That's such a popular combination now, is to use the Ice Golem in front in order to distract as much as possible while your Bowler takes care of the Hog.
So Mango was kind of ready there. He used his Fireball, putting him kind of low on Elixir there. He had the Archers up to defend against the Graveyard, so overall a pretty smart play there, but he did take some damage onto his left tower.
Odyssey now, though, has the important information of, if I play Graveyard, is my opponent going to play Archers? Yes. Are they going to play him in the back? Yes. Which means that Odyssey can line up the next Graveyard with a timed Fireball and really blow it out.
Which kind of surprises me because he's using the Fireball preemptively like that circumstance.
Yeah.
To get rid of the Tombstone, I think I would rather keep the Fireball there and use it with the Graveyard.
That's a great way to get around an Inferno Tower. The Inferno Tower is locked onto the Ice Golem, allowing the Hog Rider to get up there and start swinging.
But the Hog Rider, again, can't even connect to the tower. Just very, very good defense there by Odyssey.
And look at this. Odyssey actually hasn't taken hardly any damage on his tower aside from a log that hit it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Odyssey really bringing the thunder this match. He's just doing a really, really good job both on defense and offense. As those skeletons kind of chip away at that left tower, again, playing that Inferno Tower, making sure he cycles to the Inferno Tower before Mango cycles to the Hog Rider.
Mango just cannot catch a break. Even that Mega Minion didn't get a swing on tower. He pulled back and got killed right beforehand.
So here's the thing about Odyssey's deck, right? He has two very good counters to the Hog Rider.
Yes.
So he's able to really prevent the Hog Rider from even making contact, although he does get 2 hits there. But the Bowler and the Inferno Tower, both very, very difficult to get around. That's why Mango's really struggling here.
And that's really the danger of playing such a linear deck, a one-sided deck. If you just Hog Ride, well, if somebody stops a Hog Ride, you're done, right?
If someone's looking for a good challenge deck at home,
look at this Hog!
Oh.
This might be the game, though. Oh! Last second say, Odyssey just needs one more Fireball, but we saw what happened when you wait too long.
Absolutely. We've seen throughout all these matches, these last-second comebacks can happen, so you have to play smart towards the end.
So he's going to slowly chip away some damage, throwing the log out there. Here comes the Fireball for the win, and Odyssey takes game 1 of this semifinal matchup.
Playing things safe there with the log, trying to push them back. He knew he had the Fireball as the next card up.
Whew, tight match. Let's check in with Kelly, who's down on the floor with Galadin and BB8 for reactions.
Thank you so much, Ram. I believe there's a chant. Oh, no, never mind. The chant is done. All right, so we've seen a lot of players get kicked out here. Who is the most surprising one, you think? What is the biggest upset we've seen?
Wow. Well, I mean, we had, I guess, Brian RT. I think I was surprised that Backstab took him. Though I will say, Backstab, I've seen him play in the past. He's a phenomenal player. He really is. But Brian RT is really great as well. So I was kind of shocked. But he was going against somebody very difficult. So I think that would be my choice.
So Odyssey takes game 1. What does Mango have to do to take games 2 and 3? What does he have to change?
Well, Odyssey was set up to counter that Hog deck that time. He had the Bowler and the Inferno Tower. So Odyssey is kind of known for unorthodox moves. That was a deck that Odyssey's been using ever since Coronation days. So this next battle, I have no idea.
I'm excited to see what happens, guys. Odyssey is up 1. Let's get into game 2 back with the casters.
Yeah, and piggybacking on what Galadon just said, I mean, that deck does have a lot of defensive answers. Again, what I was saying before, and kind of the action kind of took over things.
Yeah, right.
If you're looking for a good defensive deck to kind of get the hang of how to play a good graveyard deck, that's a great deck to use, actually. You know, it has a lot of defensive cards, and then you have that really strong win condition.
And Galadon made a really good point, too, that you have to play 2 decks and win with both. So Odyssey's been playing the same deck, very familiar with it, but he has to switch now if he's going to win the second game of the match.
Absolutely, and I think this could, again, go to 3 here.
I hope so. I like more Clash Royale in my Clash Royale tournaments, I'm not going to lie. That was really good. Our players are ready. This could be it. If Odyssey wins, he'll advance to the finals. Mango wins, we go to a game 3. Which player is going to get one step closer to that $15,000 grand prize? It's time for semifinals battle number 2. Ready?
I'm ready.
Set. Battle! We got Mango in red up top, Odyssey in blue on the bottom.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what adjustments both of these guys play. I mean, theoretically, it's, again, they're a weaker deck of the 2 decks that they prepared here.
They're not in their comfort zone either. Odyssey's used to being up north and Mango's used to the south, so it's a weird position from the beginning.
Very, very perceptive from him. Always bringing the thunder with that analysis. Cutting edge, my friend.
Here we go. Archer's split in the middle. Now, again, this is a very safe play. You're hitting 10. You don't know if you want to attack or not. You put 1.5 elixir worth of ranged attackers in each lane, and maybe you'll pick off a little bit of a Mega Minion there.
Absolutely. When I play the Furnace in the beginning, though, what I like to do is I like to just wait out the opponent. And that's something that Marcel P. actually had him on my channel, and he talked about this as well. Sometimes he'll wait a full minute if he has to before making the first move. He wants to see what his opponent does first and then react.
I have casted tournaments where I, honestly, God.
Royal Giant sighting.
The
Royal Giant sighting.
And he's got the Ice Golem in front to block any sort of Mega Minions, Inferno Towers, anything.
Skeleton army.
True story, though, I did actually cast a tournament where they went all the way to double elixir time before casting a single card.
Oh my god, that must have been exciting.
That's a thing you could watch.
The crowd must have been absolutely going crazy.
All right, the archers are really good at picking off those fire spirits. One of them does make the jump over and weaken them, but if those archers can start picking away at that furnace, it's going to be bad news.
The furnace has had an interesting story throughout the Clash Royale meta, right? It was really popular when it came out, and then it kind of dwindled a little bit, didn't see much of it, and now recently it's back at it again. Why is that?
It was a huge benefit when we said earlier that everyone was playing, for example, Inferno Tower because of the Giants, Royal Giants. Furnace actually went out of popularity because of those cards, because when you put a big golem in the same lane as the furnace, you don't really care. The golem can take those fire spirits all day. Great, so what Mango's doing here with the tombstone, you can watch it happen over and over again. The skeletons are absorbing those fire spirits, preventing the damage from ever reaching his tower.
A smart hog play there in the right lane. That's what you have to do sometimes. When a Royal Giant's coming at you, you have to push the opposite lane.
And that Mega Minion's all over the place. Blue Mega Minion was going forward, then backwards, then to the right lane.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's just patrolling the river. It's a river Mega Minion.
Absolutely. New card. River Minion.
River Minion. The guards with their shields are connecting onto the right side tower. Both of Mango's towers now have got a little bit of a dent.
I think that Mega Minion was looking at the leaked third bridge. You ever hear anything about that?
Right.
Didn't Nick at Night have a video about the third bridge? I don't know.
How many Royal Giants would break a bridge? Stay tuned. Here comes the Hog Rider down the middle. It's going to jump across the building.
A good placement there by the furnace, just buying him more time. But it was a good fireball there, too. But the thing is, with those guards, he's not even going to get one hit on that tower. And again, here comes the Royal Giant, protected again by that Ice Golem.
The Ice Golem, it looks like the Red Ice Golem is going to do the same thing, sort of block and allow the Blue Mega Minion not lock onto the Red Mega Minion.
So Odyssey played that predictive lock there, but I would have held off a little bit longer to try to take care of those skeletons that came out of that tombstone upon its destruction.
I'd love to talk about split pushing too. Split pushing is when you attack both lanes at the same time, and both players are doing this. We have the Hog Rider coming in, while the Archers and Mega Minion come in on the left for Mango, and Odyssey has been going at both towers. Look how weak both of them are.
I know, this is really actually pretty close right now. And the Royal Giant played behind the tower. That could be trouble.
That's big time because he only has 4 elixir and he spent 2 of it
He's
on
gonna
a log.
play. I think
he has to stop this.
He's gonna cycle through the guards here, I think.
Oh,
Does not even have him up. Oh boy, this could be trouble here for Odyssey.
It's in fireball range. Mango's
Yep, that's it. That's
GG.
And there it is. Mango, another 3.
Oh, we are going to a game 3, and that was a pitch-perfect example of a punish. Odyssey spent 6 elixir behind his King Tower, and he got punished for it. Mango takes game number 2. Let's check in with Kelly, who's on the floor with Top Notch, the player Mango defeated earlier in the show.
Thank you so much, guys. Joining me here, it is Top Notch. Now, are you surprised about what Mango just did up there?
Kind of. I know he's a really well hog player, so it wasn't that surprising, but I think he cycled really well and capitalized on when he dropped his Royal Giant. So
now, going into game 3, who do you think is going to take it?
I'm going to have to say Mango.
Do you guys agree? Who thinks it's going to be Odyssey's game? I don't know if they agree with you, man. Like you just said, it could be anyone's game. Let's find out what the casters think going into game 3.
I love a hot crowd. This crowd is so lit.
They're fired up and they're rowdy. I like it.
I like it. Rowdy crowds, best crowds.
Rowdy crowds, love them. So here's the thing. It would behoove Odyssey here to play another deck like the first one he had.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the opportunity. He didn't know his opponent coming into this day, right? And he had to preset the deck. So it's not like he can load up the deck with these Hog Rider counters, because if you know you're going against Mango, you play the Hog Rider counters. A lot of them, like you saw in the first match. So this third match could really be anybody's game.
I don't even have a prediction. I'm so on edge. You know what? I picked Odyssey. I'm sticking with my pick. Our players are ready. It's the deciding game. You can cut the tension in here with a P.E.K.K.A. sword. It's the semifinals, battle number 3. Ready, set, battle!
Here we are beginning the tiebreaker. Again, Odyssey on the bottom, Mango on the top. Good luck, both being good sports. Again, we've seen no BMing, and I think that's a real good example to set for the entire community out there. Don't BM, guys. You don't want to have to use the mute in a live tournament like this.
I use them a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, you're known for it, man.
Deal with it.
Whatever.
All right. Furnace played in the middle. It's going down the left lane. Both players split archers because they're feeling each other out. They're trying to see, like, what's the best thing I could do right now. I don't want to overcommit. We saw what happened at the end of the last game when Odyssey committed 6 elixir defenselessly behind his King Tower. He lost the entire game because of it. Neither of them want to make a mistake like that in the first 30 seconds.
And it's no surprise here that we're seeing the most popular cards in the game as the first 4 cards for both of these players. These are 4 types of cards that really have a home in any type of deck. You know, Mega Minion, certainly one of the most popular cards and the strongest cards in the entire game.
Potentially a small mistake there. I believe that Odyssey wanted to split those guards, but maybe not.
Yeah, interesting. They're not really going to serve much of a purpose here. That Ice Golem is going to stop them there along with the tower help. Again, the tower doing a lot of work on defense.
I believe that Odyssey is really just trying to cycle back to his Furnace over and over again. Look at all the cards he's playing. Nothing costs more than 3 with the exception of the Furnace. So he's playing Furnace and then counting his cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to a Furnace. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to a Furnace.
It's interesting, Mango is known for being a minor control player, but the minor control has kind of fallen out of the meta, out of the popular strategies in the game right now, but it looks like he is playing a minor control type deck. It will be interesting to see if he has the Inferno Tower to counter this Royal Giant there.
And I love when any player has a favorite card or a favorite deck and they stick
there
it
it is.
Oh, and it's locked onto the guard. The Inferno Tower really needs to needs to lock on, but it doesn't. It gets shocked. It gets lightninged off of the board, and the Royal Giant is swinging over and over on that tower.
I think you're still excited about the Electro Wizard challenge.
I am.
Shocking and electric and... But you know what? The smart thing there was playing the guards right behind, so they crept up right in front of the Royal Giant, and they distracted that Inferno Tower from locking onto the Royal Giant, buying him enough time, Odyssey that is, to use the lightning to reset the Inferno Tower, and he capitalized by getting a lot of damage off that right tower.
And Odyssey plays another Furnace again. His whole goal is that if any of those Fire Spirits reach the tower, even a little bit, they're doing about 200 damage each, and that is a great way for you to slowly work that tower down into the triple digits and then finish it off with lightnings and logs.
All right, so be honest with us, Rum. Are you a Royal Giant player?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dirty man, Rumham.
You played Royal Giant in a tournament that I was at.
I was the first player ever to play Royal Giant in a live tournament. I lost, but I still played it.
And it's traumatized you for life. Oh, Royal Giant connects once, connects twice, third time, another
Royal Giant!
Another Royal Giant at the river. That's why you played in the back like that, is you have an opportunity. And look, the Inferno Tower's locked onto the Mega Minion, not onto the Royal Giant. It's still shooting, although I think it's going to maybe take it. Oh!
That Inferno Tower seemed like it stayed alive a long time.
There was a while there. I think there was an Ice Spirit that froze the Royal Giant, so he quit attacking for a few seconds. He seemed
very good defense there, using the Furnace to take care of the minions.
Right.
And now look at this. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Royal Giant right here, if it's up in the rotation. I kind of lost count there.
He might be in the,
there it
is. Rotation. And get this, Lightning does 350 plus damage, so if he can get that Royal Giant just to connect a little bit, he may be able to finish off. The Lightning wasn't able to reach. We just get one swing, two swings, the log takes it down. One more, one more. He no, but log will do it. He's got to defend long enough for the log to come back in the cycle. I believe it's up in cycle, and he has it very, very soon.
Odyssey might be taking home a lot of money to his wife. Hopefully she's not too mad at him anymore.
And Odyssey takes game number 3.
Oh, Odyssey!
Oh, look at the crowd. He's high-fiving his friends. Odyssey takes the critical game 3. Let's go down to Kelly.
The Lumberjack.
Action. The Lumberjack from Canada is moving to the finals of this Ruler of the Dueler tournament.
Odyssey, congratulations. You're going to be facing up against Backstab. Now, what are you most concerned about him?
I don't know. He's a very good player. Pretty scared. I kind of, each match he played, I kind of said he would win. So I just want to make it past to the first round, to be honest, so I'm just happy to be here.
Well, I mean, you got to watch a lot of his games. Have you learned, like, what his weakness is in any of this?
No, they're all pretty solid decks. I mean, just kind of have to see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, we're about to see how it goes. Congratulations into making it to the final. And, of course, everyone, give it up for Mango. Congratulations making this far, man. I hope you had a good time. But we're moving on to the finals, everyone. Let's head back to the casters.
Thanks, Kelly. Wow, we have our finals matchup now. We have Backstab versus Odyssey.
Unbelievable. Who would have thought these two guys, I mean, they've come so far, both kind of underdogs in their own right, and they're going to face off here in the finals. And I got to tell you, it's hard to even pick a favorite here. They're both really good players, and they've both proven themselves in best out of 3. Both their matches went 3. They both proved that they can come from, being at a 1-loss deficit or playing from a tie. Both really good players. I'm excited for this one, man.
As much as we all 4 of our picks lost in the quarterfinals, both of our semifinals picks advanced. So it's Backstab with Clash with Ashside, and I'm in the Odyssey camp.
I think so. I'm cool with that, too. I mean, I love Odyssey, but I think Backstab, I mean, he has such a great story. I'm going to tell it in just a second, but I really love this guy.
I have about as much hair as a lot of dads, so I got to root for the dads.
What, do you got to rub it? Is that good luck?
Oh, I can go down there. It's been an amazing show, but the most exciting match is coming right up. Don't go anywhere.
The Crown Duel is brought to you by Furnace Insurance. Insure your furnace with some insurance. Furnace Insurance.
Well, things are really heating up around here, and in this particularly intense moment for Backstab and Odyssey as they head into the finals. Let's check in with their Clash Royale trainers.
So this is the moment that we've been waiting for, all right? The moment we've been training for, nonstop, day and night since 1985. No matter what happens out there, you're already a winner in my book, okay? Unless you lose, then you're a loser, and I'll need a new book. I'm going to have to bill you for that book, too. Do you have Venmo? Make the whole thing easier. Okay, I want you to go out there. I want you to play like you'd have to buy me a new book if you lose. You understand?
Hey! Backstab! What was that out there? Huh? Odyssey! Backstab! I'm not talking to you right now. Odyssey! What was that out there, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, you won. Sure, you won. Wow! I'm not impressed. Of course I'm impressed. I mean, out of hundreds of thousands of people, you made it to the finals, which is an impressive thing. I'm just doing this because saying something like that's not going to motivate you. So you just got to bear with me a little bit, okay? All right, cool. Yeah. Thank you. Give me a new clipboard. Thank you. There's one duel left. Keep your head in the game. Another clipboard. Thank you. Now, where was I? All right. God, this one's made of metal. Oh, my God. You know, a heads up would have been nice that this one was metal. All right. Go win this thing. Get out there. You got this. Oh, I think I broke my knee. I need to ice it. Can we get some ice? Al, take this one. I'm in pain. I think I...
It all comes down to this final match. Gentlemen, take your places!
Al!
Wait.
I think I pulverized my patella.
Best of 3 games takes home the $15,000 grand prize and that trophy. Are you ready? Set. Battle.
And what a fitting finals that in the largest Clash Royale tournament series ever, we have 2 representatives from the best esports teams here. Odyssey is representing Mastery GG and Backstab from Hammers Esports.
I'll tell you what, man, those trainers were intense.
Those were serious business.
Trainer Rob, more like Trainer Cheddar, am I right? All right.
That's an inside joke for people at 5,000 trophies.
Absolutely. So, okay, here we go. Odyssey on the top, Backstab on the bottom here. And I said that Backstab has a great story, and I want to touch on it very briefly here. He was actually a semi-pro soccer player for a while. Tore his ACL, actually dealt with depression, which is something that we all deal with. I've dealt with. But what got him out of that depression? A lot of it was this great Clash community, really putting a lot of his energy into these games, into his competitive clan, helping manage things over there, and he's really, really enjoying life now, and obviously very successful.
Yeah, he can't be depressed with that opening push at all. The first 50 seconds of the game, he's already got a 1,400 damage lead on his opponent.
And it's the Elite Barbarians again. We're seeing them, and they are really the story of this entire matchup here. I mean, every single match almost has included those Elite Barbarians. They're better, faster, and stronger, Rum.
And that's what killed Odyssey. He played his bowler in the right lane, and Backstab saw that weakness, said, okay, with bowler off the board, it's not in his hand, I'm going for it.
Absolutely.
And charged the left side, and that's how it was so successful, was that the counter card wasn't there.
It is tempting to play bowler early on in the match. It's tempting because it's a slow unit. You want to play those slow units early on, that way you can buy more time and build that elixir advantage, but it's also dangerous because you can be susceptible to those opposite lane pushes.
The crowd's getting excited because a big push is brewing here. We've got a bowler in each lane, and I'm sure they're not just going to duel heads up.
Look at this, opposite lane push.
Oh, and the bowler again is out of his hand.
An Inferno Tower here, so Audacity again. Audacity? How many times?
The audacity of Odyssey.
The audacity of Odyssey. Playing the Inferno Tower, how dare he? But no, the Inferno Tower and the bowler, again, a very good 1-2 punch defensively. They can really stop a lot of pushes, and you saw it in action there.
We see the weakness of the bowler. Any air unit can attack it without being attacked back, and a single minion does enough to keep that bowler from swinging on the tower, and great defense by Backstab.
So Backstab, again, kind of looking like he's going to keep attacking both towers and make Odyssey choose.
Oh, we got a graveyard!
And that was
And the bowler is not a great graveyard. It has a very slow hit speed, a 2.5 second wind up to roll that ball, and it may not even kill that many skeletons. Look, it's getting killed right now.
Yeah, so he loses a bowler in that, and he takes a lot of damage to his tower. So definitely not the best counter there, but a graveyard of his own for Odyssey in the right lane, kind of trading this graveyard combo.
And Backstab is showing textbook graveyard defense. He played one minion, and when he saw the fireball in the air, he started to cast the archers so that as soon as the fireball kills minions, the archers are already there to pick up the slack.
And you know what? I gotta say, I'm surprised we haven't seen one player use use an air deck here, use a lava.
Oh no! Here we go.
That's it.
Take it.
That's it.
No! None of them hit. The archers are able to hold it off, but you're right. A fireball or a zap will take it off. There's only 8 seconds left until overtime.
And this is going to be trouble here for Odyssey. And there's the fireball, and not enough time here for that graveyard. And Backstab takes it, man.
Game 1 of the finals goes to Backstab on the back of great graveyard play.
They're going to say the back of Stab.
Good
one, Rum.
The back of Skeleton Stabs. Let's check in with Kelly, who's on the floor with BBXH and Galadon.
Nice one, Rumham, the back of Stabs. Yes, I am here with BBXH and Galadon. Now, going into these tournaments, you don't always know what your opponent's going to be building. What are 2 cards that you always put in your deck when you enter a tournament?
Well, I would say the graveyard, but I don't have graveyard yet. So my choices would be the archers. As we've seen today, a lot of people have archers, and they're so versatile of what you can use them for. And I think I'm going to have to say Elite Barbarians, going back to them now. They are playing a big role today, so I think that would be my second choice.
Especially after that buff, right? Now, Galadon, to all the people watching at home and to the people in the audience that want to be a pro Clash Royale player, what can they learn from these players up here?
Well, these players are really taking strategy to the next level. I mean, really just some next level thinking. But the one thing that I think that people can pick up from this is value. You see the fireball, when they drop a fireball, you'll never see a fireball drop on a single unit or a single group of units. It's all about grabbing value for cards like that.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. And everyone, we are getting back into the second game of the grand finals. Let's head back to the casters for game 2.
Well, Ash, this might be the last time that we really get to talk and cast another game. This might be the last.
Good job,
So let's
man.
think about this.
Good, you do well.
Graveyard, Elite Barbarians. The story of the day has been these 2 cards.
Absolutely.
We know how to counter Graveyard.
Not a surprise
Archers,
either.
Minions. Yeah, not a surprise. How do you counter these Elite Barbarians?
Elite Barbarians are tough. First of all, you have to be ready for them, right?
Fast.
So having that defensive structure is a help, but it's not necessarily enough, because even if you have an Inferno Tower, it's not going to be enough to stop the Elite Barbarians. They swing so fast and move so fast that they can be a lethal card, and that's why everybody's playing them. Really, like the Classic Barbarians would stop Elite Barbarians, but no one's playing the Classic Barbarians. That's why they're just very difficult, absolutely. And that's how the meta changes, you know? People start to play, everybody starts to play Elite Barbarians, the game shifts, and you see this between every single balance update. It's not like the game stays the same and the meta stays the same. Trends start to develop, and then people start to counter those, and then the game kind of changes from there.
And in not too long, there will be a new card, the Executioner, which I think would be great against both Graveyard and Elite Barbarians. Can't wait for that one to come out. Our players are ready. It's time for what could be the final battle, the battle that determines their fate. $15,000 on the line, the Crown Duel Trophy. Everything could come down to this. It's the finals, battle number 2. Ready, set, battle! They're jumping into the game. Backstab has a huge contingent of fans here. You can hear the crowd chanting, Backstab, Backstab.
Absolutely, and Backstab has a large contingent of fans at home. He is a streamer on Twitch, so guys, if you want to see this high-level gameplay, check him out. You know?
Absolutely. Odyssey is a coach on Mastery GG, so if you want Odyssey to teach you how to play better Clash Royale, you can always check him out on that side and hire him as a personal trainer, just like Robin Al.
That's absolutely. He might be a little bit less aggressive, but who knows, right?
I mean, he's a very polite Canadian, but I'm sure he has a dark side on him.
I'll tell you what, though, Backstab got pumped up that last win, man. He was fist pumping, dancing around the stage. I mean, he has a lot of energy, and he's playing a beatdown deck. We're seeing a lot of beatdown. Again, the giant combination, but some people might see the bowler combo. So a lot of things going on here at once. But the giant, even though he runs into the Inferno Tower, it's not necessarily a lost play, because the Graveyard has an opportunity to lock onto that tower, and look how much damage he did there.
In the first push, less than a minute into the second game of the finals, Odyssey finds himself only a fireball and a zap away from losing that top left tower. It's up to him to mount a very serious offense. Backstab, though, finds himself in a great position. When you know that the enemy tower is dead in the water, you can just play pure defense. Backstab doesn't have to cast another Giant. He doesn't have to cast another Graveyard. He can sit back behind his Mega Minions, Archers, and Spells and try to ride out the next minute 45.
Absolutely, and great players will do that. Not only will they try to build those small elixir exchanges, advantages throughout the first 2 minutes, and then try to really capitalize on them right before it gets to double elixir time, but also, just like you said, play defensively. No need to rush things. Even if you're coming from behind, there's plenty of time left.
I think that Giant was an accident. Oh, the Skeleton Army does come down. The Skeleton Army is going to be a great counter to that because, of course, you put a graveyard's worth of skeletons on the field all at once, and they can gang up on the ones that show up.
And if Odyssey had a zap spell, it would have been great there on that Skeleton Army, but he doesn't. He has the log, and he probably didn't have it up right there in his rotation.
And even if he did, the log doesn't reach that far behind the tower, right?
Yeah.
Unlike Zap, which can be cast anywhere, log can only be cast at the river and has a set distance for it it goes.
Absolutely.
It goes to the side of the towers, but not all the way behind.
If you're going to play a surprise graveyard against the enemy's tower and you want to log combo it, you're better off playing it a little bit ahead so it's in that log range. And there it is.
Oh, this is the Fireball. He's setting up. Now he's going to need another Fireball. Zap's not going to do it, but a single Fire Spirit or even another Fireball could win this game. But of course, Odyssey with a Graveyard could turn this around any moment and take a tower.
What I would do if I was Backstab here, just keep placing that Inferno Tower a little bit in the left, and eventually one of those Fire Spirits will probably get through, take down that left tower, save the Fireball.
Right.
But he goes in the right instead.
Oh, here comes the Archers are already down, which means the Graveyard doesn't have the best counter on the field. You drop the Skeleton Army, a Fireball to fight it. And it does, it locks on. Those Skeletons are building up. Another set of Archers comes out.
Wow, he was able to cycle all the way back to the Archers.
And the crowd's getting hot. They understand that Backstab is very close to winning this game.
This is
15
This
seconds
could be
until the end. And all Backstab has to do is not die, hold a Fireball.
10 seconds.
Fireball.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The crowd is going wild.
And that's it.
$15,000. And he's going crazy. His fans have all bombarded him. Let's go to Rob and Al for some live recap of what's going on that stage.
Let's go, the $15,000 winner.
Confetti everywhere. This is going crazy.
That's right.
Moment. This is an amazing moment for Clash Royale.
All right, clear out. Good job.
The first North American champion of Clash Royale, the ruler of the dueler.
Backstab. Wow, what a guy. I mean, this is incredible. And look at this
Oh, man.
stage. Let's go to the stage here.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Congratulations, $15,000.
And he got the trophy. That's amazing.
Yep.
This is it. Hold it up. There you go. I'm Al Madrigal. This is Chris Fairbanks. Keep it going for Kelly.
And I'm Rob Cordry. This has been a most ridiculous duel. Thank you for watching.
Killed it. $15,000.